Hi everyone, this is Setareh Mohmand and I'm presenting on the topic of SQL Basic Commands for the class of HAP-709, Professor Timothy Coffin. I hope you enjoy my presentation. I'm going to go over background, major categories, commands, tables, and additional function in SQL database. In the increasing world of digitizing data and records, it is impossible to retrieve data and records without appropriate tools. Data organization and data manipulation needs to be performed prior to any data retrieval. SQL, or a structured query language, is a universal language to manipulate databases. SQL is a programming language designed to manage data stored in relational databases. Relational databases is the most common database that is widely used today. It is a collection of tables, and the link between tables are called relations. Data can be examining in different perspectives, and the relation tells us what perspective we take. SQL operates with simple declarative statements. This keeps data accurate and secure, and it helps maintain the integrity of databases regardless of its size. We can group SQL commands into 5 major categories depending on their functionality. Data definition language, or DDL, data manipulation language, DML, data query language, DQL, transaction control language, TCL, data control language, or DCL. Data definition language, or DDL, are used to create, modify, and drop the structure of database objects like table, view, procedure, indexes, and etc. In this category, we have create, alter, drop, truncate commands. Only with DDL commands, we need to write a keyword like table, procedure, view, index, function with the syntax of the command. These commands are used to create or modify the structure of database object. Since a database is defined as a structured set of data, in SQL, the very first step to store the data in a well-structured manner is to create a database. The create database statement is used to create a new database in SQL or create new tables. Alter command is used for altering the table structure, such as to add a column to existing table, to rename any existing column, to change data type of any column, to modify its size, or to drop a column from the table. The SQL drop command is used to remove an object from the table of the database. If you drop a table, all the rows in the tables is deleted, and the table structure is removed from the database. The SQL truncate table statement is used to remove all records from a table. It performs the same function as delete statement without a where clause. Data manipulation language, or DML, are SQL commands used to store, modify, and delete data from database tables. In this category, we have insert, update, and delete commands. Insert command is used to insert values into tables. We need to specify the table name as well as the column to be used. For example, insert into table name, which is client account here, the desired value like ID and birth date in this case. Update specifies a table change. Using a set to designate columns and values, this will update every record. For example, update table name, which is client account, set the desired condition, which we can use where and or to specify the change. SQL update statement changes the data of one or more records in a table. Either all rows can be selected or a subset may be chosen using condition. Delete command is used to delete a selected row, otherwise all records would be deleted. For example, delete from the table name, which is client account, or delete from a table where there is a condition. Data query language, or DQL, are commands used to fetch or retrieve data from database tables. Although in this category we only have one command, which is select, it is the most common one in the SQL that almost always used. Its purpose is to filter data. It focuses the analysis on the columns of data, such as fields from a table. Select command is usually followed by one or more fields name separated by comma. The from portion of the command specifies the table it should be read from. Transaction Control Language, or TCL, are SQL commands used to handle changes which affect the data in databases. Basically, we use these commands with the transaction or to make stable point during changes in database at which we can roll back the database state if required. In this category, we have save point, rollback, and commit commands. Save point names and marks the current point in the processing of transaction. With the rollback to statement, save points undo part of the transaction instead of the whole transaction. Data Control Language, or DQL, are commands used to implement security on database objects like tables, view, store procedure, and etc. In this category, we have grant and revoke commands. Grant command is used to give permission to a specific user on a specific database object like table, view, or etc. Revoke command is used to take the permission out of a specific user on a specific database object like table, view, and etc. Although the SQL command lists are short, they can be used in a variety of forms to perform a task and give the desired outcomes. In relational databases, a table is a collection of fields, and fields are variable in the table provide information. There are two types of table in SQL: temporary table and permanent table. Permanent tables store tables permanently on database. You can identify them by the prefix of DBO in front of the table name. A temporary table in SQL Server, as the name suggests, is a database table that exists temporarily on database servers. You can then execute your queries on the temporary table. Temporary tables are stored inside TempDP, which is a system database. There are two types of temporary tables: local and global. Local temporary tables are visible only to their creators during same connection to an instance of SQL Server as when the tables were first created or referenced. Local temporary tables are deleted after the user disconnects from the instance of SQL Server. You can identify them by the hashtag in front of the table name. Global temporary tables are visible to any users and any connection after they are created, and are deleted when all users that are referencing the table disconnect from them in instance of a SQL Server. You can identify them by two hashtags in front of the data table name. Additional comments such as from, where, and group by, order by give us ability to organize and manipulate data queries. For example, from class indicates the location of data. The where class is used when you want to retrieve specific information from a table excluding other irrelevant data. For example, we select a column name from a table where the age is equal to 55. Group functions are built-in SQL functions that operate on group of rows and return one value for the entire group. These functions, which refer to aggregate functions, are count, max, min, average, sum, distinct. So, for example, we select and then the command we want and then the table name. Order by commands sort the result in order. Normally, the database pick it as an ascending order. If we want it in a descending order, we have to specify that. Tables can be merged together in SQL using the join function. There are 4 types of joins. Inner join, which results in rows with an exact match in 2 tables. Left join, which results in rows from left table with the same matches from the right table. Right join results in all rows from right table with the matches from the left table. And full or outer join, which results in any match in any table. Union function is used to append rows to one another. It can be unthreaded as long as they have the same column number and column name. For example, we select the column and then ID from the client account, which is the table. We select the command union, and then we select the age from the department account, which is the other column. Aliases renames the columns and tables temporarily. So when you actually create a new column, for example, we select ID from a table, and then we assign an alias to it, and it just indicates as, and then we name a column by declaring a name to that specific column or use it as a command. Having is a filter based on the result of aggregate function. For example, we select the age from the client accounts, which is the table, and we group by the age. Now we have a having command, which is counting the age based on the condition of the function, which here is 18 years or older. I hope you enjoy my presentation. Please make sure to leave feedback on the comment section, and if you need any further information, please refer to the following sources. Thank you.